All right, family. Black Power. Black Power is the truth hour with General Sarasun Seti. Kick back, get your mind ready for some information that's guaranteed to be heavy. It's going down tomorrow, family. We're talking about OMEC Voice now. I want you in. Don't you dare miss it. The link is in the video description, is in the chat. Click it, get your ticket. When you click that link, be prepared to think. Don't you dare hesitate to elevate. It's gonna be one powerful presentation. It's the so-called beginning of the year. And so of course, we want to start the year off, we want to start the year off right now. And so I want you in the house, click the link and be prepared for one dynamic presentation. I'm excited and delighted to be accepting members to the Sarasun Seti YouTube page, a dynamic page. Y'all know what it is, Black Power, Black Frequency. If you're feeling that frequency and energy, you should most definitely join. Again, the link is down in the video description. Click that, you get a video introduction rundown on the membership, what they entail. You see one you like, you should most definitely join. Even if you don't, I appreciate your presence here at the Sarasun Seti YouTube page. Continue to engage, continue to advance. That's right, family. Ring the alarm, kingseti.com, online marketplace, official General Sarasun Seti DVD lectures, t-shirts, tank tops, hoodies, African and Kemetic jewelry, holistic tonics and remedies, home decor, accessories for every room in the house. 25% off right now at this time. Family, save and shop. Shop and save, family. We talking about generalseti.com, pull the fire alarm, generalseti.com, Seti University. We talking about over 1,500 videos of nothing but heat, fire, presented by General Seti himself, all the subjects that you know and love from the General. All the subjects that you know and love from the General. Plus, we got the supplemental, also monumental, and research, instrumental research material from the Grand Master Teachers. I give you an overview of that material, giving you 360 degrees of supreme African academics that cannot be, wisdom and knowledge that cannot be duplicated by any other website on the planet. Get over there today, generalseti.com, Seti University. And everybody knows Seti is popping on Patreon. That's right, dropping nuclear bombs on Patreon. And let me put these on up here, family, so we can get this up here. Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. So we can see what's going down on Patreon. Matter of fact, here you go, right here. Yes, sir. We got a powerful day tomorrow on top of the Omega Voyages of the Now on Patreon. We got four, I believe, three fire presentations where we're gonna go in even deeper than what we doing tonight, because we're doing mostly commentary tonight, because some of the stuff cannot be, I don't want to be shown on YouTube because they're gonna have a problem with it. We're gonna be doing Chris Tucker, Michael Jackson exposed, the Epstein connection. We're gonna be doing Ice Cube exposed, Cat Williams and Terry Crews, pride agenda. I know I spelled his name wrong, but with a weak nigga like that, it don't make no difference. You see, and then we're gonna be talking about Cat Williams exposed, things people act like they don't see. And so most definitely it's gonna be a powerful day tomorrow. And to all the family out there, I appreciate it. If you donated to the General, I appreciate you. I thank you very much. Appreciate the fact you appreciate me. Any of the family out there would like to donate to the General, see this hard work I'm putting in. Links is in the video description, is in the chat. Click them. I thank you ahead of time. Make sure you subscribe to all my YouTube channels, King Seti, General Seti, Sarasun Seti. Rock that notification bell. Get a video a thumbs up. Like it because you love it. Share it with your family and friends. And comment, comment, comment. Just don't say nothing stupid, because I will ban your ass. Now, we talking about Chris Tucker and Michael Jackson on Epstein's Island doing what? On doing what? And we got to talk about that. And see, a lot of people think, and I see, how people, how they conceive in their mind, that this might, say these issues shouldn't be addressed, even though we see the numbers rising every goddamn day in, with all type of pathetic ass activity. And these niggas ain't got, they ain't got, no real goddamn, no real manhood to step to these goddamn agendas with some authority, address them like a man, and deal with this shit for the babies. A lot of these niggas don't think that, and see, this is where you wrong. This is where you wrong. These motherfuckers got more access. They got more influence on a lot of the youth and a lot of these weak-hearted niggas. Which, if you that weak and you didn't come of age to allow some shit like this to influence you, use a bitch nigga anyway. You understand what I'm saying? So we don't have, no sympathy for no weak nigga. Okay, at all. This is prime time for a motherfucker to address the issue. This is why these sisters don't want to fuck with you niggas. Straight up. And see, we got to get down to the get down. You know what I'm saying? It's like, in many instances, in many instances, I'm not saying all instances, a lot of these goddamn roles have been reversed. You see what I'm saying? And these sisters don't want to deal with no nigga trying to be a bigger, a bigger woman than they are. You understand what I'm saying? And when I, and so, when the thing is, when you hear General Steady use the term bitch and hoe, 99.9 time percent of the time, I'm talking about a weak ass nigga. You see what I'm saying? I'll just let that be known. 99.9% of the time, I'm talking about a bitch ass nigga. And see, this is the problem. You know, this is the problem. Niggas don't want to address it. They think that somehow, not addressing this shit is somehow it's going to just go away. You understand? They just gonna go. You got niggas that are violent, and they just showing you. You know what I'm saying? That they, motherfuckers, and like I say, that's why we got to get our brotherhood together. You understand? And make this, those type of violations must, we got to have the kind of crew. You understand? You talking about crew? No, we got to have the type of, you know, and I don't even know what the gangs look like out there now, because they might got motherfucking sissies in the gang. You understand what I'm saying? Ain't no telling. Ain't no telling. You know what I'm saying? They got all types out there now. These motherfuckers is making a way for this shit. You know, these motherfuckers out here making a way for this shit. I see motherfuckers. They supposed to be gang members. They go into Hollywood and all of that shit, and they be friends with motherfuckers. It's shocking me that Nas even got up on the goddamn on stage with little what's the little pride movement rapper look Lil Nas X took this nigga's name, took it, defiled him, and then took the X. You understand what I'm saying? Just let these motherfuckers just violate. And motherfuckers, if you say something, you out of pocket. You're phobic. You're this, you're that. And they could take, even the X. And we understand that ain't, but it's attached. It's attached to a very precious and sacred man in Malcolm. To hear this motherfucker say, and Lil Nas X, I say, oh, what's this? What's this? This is a act. This is violence on us. You see? You say something about them, then they shut you down. Then they take overt attacks on things that are sacred to our people. And Nas went out there and co-signed it. I was upset at that. And nigga, you lost some credibility too. You lost some credibility, Nas. You lost a whole lot of credibility. I don't even think you got no more credibility. I think when you did that and you went on stage with Lil Nas X, I think your credibility, nigga, it went like this. Absolutely not. 0%. You know, come on, man. No matter what the fuck, understand that, when you think about that, a lot of it coming up even in the hip hop movement. And when Malcolm X movie came out, everybody was wearing the X hat. You see what I'm saying? It meant something to them that, it didn't include that at all. So no matter, even if you become weak, nigga, understand that you got a culture of other people that hold that sacred, don't want to hear that shit. You understand? But you decided that that agenda, who he want to be, was more important than how we feel about this man, or ain't even a man, a thing, took critical, even your name. You understand what I'm saying? And if that's what you want, if that's what you want, and you validate it by going up there, if your career is on the line, and and you just don't say, do you got to say something? You don't got to say shit, you know. But I would, motherfucker then took your name. You understand what I'm saying? It used to be when you put Nas' name in, that Nas came up. But you put a nigga name in now. Just you might fuck around. You might not want to put this nigga name in no more. I don't know if it's I ain't seen it as of recently, but I might try that and see if you put Nas' name in, if this motherfucker, if he didn't violated you, he didn't overtook you. It's like a virus when it invades your body, nigga. He didn't invaded you. He didn't invaded your career, nigga. Now when you put your name in, his name come up too. It's like a virus. You see, he didn't invaded your career, nigga. And so this is what's going on. It's an agenda going on across the board. I just happened to look up one day and say, you know what? I wonder how Nas feel about that. You know, and he said this nigga was a genius. I say, what the fuck did this nigga say? Nas, Nasir, how how low you have fallen, good brother. You understand what I'm saying? How low you have fallen. You know, I know good and goddamn well they don't accept that in Islam. If they do, it's a virus that is taking over the whole world. And it's not like I'm in the, I know that's one thing that they stand firm on most of the time, that they don't allow, that type of lifestyle in Islam. You know what I'm saying? And so, you be assalamu alaikum and all of this, and your name is Arabic and this, that, and the third, and you speak about the Quran, you speak about Allah. I heard you speak about that. You see what I'm saying? I heard you speak about that. And so because I heard you speak about it, I understand what the 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 rules of Islam and so on and so forth. I understand that, and you do too. And so you have violated all these teachings that you have taught down. Now you're one with the world. You're one with the world. Sometimes when you got truth, you have to take the road never travel. Nobody want to travel that road. Not less travel, never travel. Because it take the greatest to walk that road. You know, it take the greatest to walk that road. You gonna have to say some shit. You gonna have to. When you look at all great leaders, they stand out because number one, you know, it's hard for somebody to get up there and say that. And they could say it. Some people can, they can play like, they believe it by speaking to a few people. But when you say it to the world, and you say it with conviction, a lot of people can't take that, because it's gonna come with hell of a scrutiny. You know what I'm saying? Hell of a scrutiny. A lot of people don't want that scrutiny. You see, a lot of people they let them know, yeah, yeah, your career's on the line. So walk lightly, nigga, don't you? You know what I'm saying? If we call on you, you come on over here and you give this man this thing credibility. You see? Yeah. Yeah. You you validate him for us. You know? I say, man, don't do that, dog. Don't do that. Don't do that. People they gonna don't believe shit you said no more. You know what I'm saying? Just don't believe it no more. And don't put it on us and say, "Oh well, it's a new world." No, nigga, you should have stood on the truth. You did not do that. You failed. All these things that you spit, that shit don't mean shit, nigga. That's just raps, nigga. That don't mean nothing. That don't mean nothing. That shit, you done lost credibility. It's like you didn't. It's like you never even said it. So when I hear shit, and yeah, and when I first heard it, I said, "Oh, that's power." Then I look over here and like, "Oh, that nigga just fake it." You know, that nigga just fake it. And so now we got Chris Tucker, we got Michael Jackson. Now, you know, why do we talk about this? You know why I had to revisit? Because I did a while. This was about 2 years back. No, it was a little longer than it was about 3 years back. No, it was longer than that. What am I talking about? It might even been 4 years back where I did uh an expose on Michael Jackson and R. Kelly. And it's a cult collection. And I'm gonna pull it back out and I'm gonna run it. Yeah, I'm gonna run it. And I looked at the occult shit that them niggas, the mask and shit. I noticed that, both of them played, Pan, and I understood who Pan was, the deviant goat god of Greece and shit. And Peter Pan and the Pied Piper are manifestations of Pan, the flute god. So you see the Peter Piper is a archetype of Pan, and so is Peter Pan. And the crazy shit about it is when you study Peter Pan, and they got documentaries, he has a very sinister side that I don't think a lot of people understand. You know, kidnapping children, taking them off to another land. This never land. And this, that, and the third. And they break down the story of the man who wrote the book and how he was a pedophile. writing letters and shit, to little boys. They got the documents on him. They got the documents on him that he was a accused of that because they still got some of the letters that he wrote. You know what I'm saying? And the shit that was said in these letters, and the documentaries is up here. They'll talk about that. They'll talk about the man, look him up, who wrote the book, and the shit that he was accused of, and the shit that he was talking to little boys. Now, the thing is, Michael Jackson took on the persona of this character. And so, and so I'm not going, now the fact that, you know, he's been he's not been accused of going to the island. He's on the list. He went to the island. So did Chris Tucker. You see? Now, listen here. We cannot be naive. This is what this motherfucker got going on. Okay? This is what they got. If you in the dispensary, nigga, and I see you went to this dispensary, I'm gonna assume, nigga, that you got weed. Why would you go to the dispensary, nigga, if you're not buying weed? So if you went to this man's island, and this is what this motherfucker is selling. That's what he's selling. Okay, and I got, I'm gonna be, but I'm gonna focus on them. And all these motherfuckers was going over there. All these sick motherfuckers. Uh, uh, they said Bill Clinton, but they didn't say. They don't even talk about Hillary Clinton. She was over there too. Bill and Hillary. What's his name? It's some more motherfuckers. I know. Bruce Willis was over there. Uh, I got a whole list of motherfuckers that was over there. You understand what I'm saying? And so that probably ain't the full list. But we know Chris Tucker name and them was on there, and Michael Jackson. And it's funny that Cat Williams did bring up the fact that Michael Jackson called this nigga Chris Tucker Chris Christmas. What the fuck you say? Christmas. Wait a minute, motherfucker. Dude, wait a minute. Where you going? That's like, nigga, his jawline is so weak. All you probably had to do is just thump Michael Jackson. You can thump him and probably break his jaw. It's so thin. You see what I'm saying? They didn't went up in that motherfucker and chiseled on his jawline to the point that it's so fragile. You understand what I'm saying? You probably could slap him and break his jaw. You see what I'm saying? And you let that man talk to you and call you Christmas? Oh, Christmas. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? Nigga, what the fuck is you? What's going on, dog? You know what I'm saying? What the fuck is you on? You know? And so, yeah, and we have to talk, because here you got Chris Tucker. He's another one that played one of the most flaming roles of all time. Flaming in the Fifth Element. I couldn't even believe it. I mean, like, nigga, for real. I mean, you can't even act no shit like that, man. You can't even act no shit like that. That motherfucking role, he played that role like, nigga, he was meant to play that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? They don't just cast a motherfucker. He went in there and killed that role. He went in there and no motherfucker could do it again. You understand what I'm saying? He's good at that. He played them roles that, can't nobody come behind him and play the goddamn role. He got to play it. And do y'all know that Prince was they had scripted where they Prince I believe they say it was scripted for him first. But they say Prince say he didn't like the so I mean So, it's so that it's true. When we talk about Prince, it's true. I know when that motherfucker passed, people got mad at me. You know what I'm saying? And you nigga, you and with them crazy ass got eyeliner and shit all in your eyes. Perms and all them crazy ass clothes and shit, nigga. Tight ass and no I say, "What the fuck is this?" Yeah, they offered it, and so he was gonna be the but I don't I would have loved to see them battle that shit. I wouldn't love to see, but I would, like, damn, you know? Y'all just coming on out the bag today. And so now it comes to question because a lot of people wanna say that, Michael is innocent. This don't mean he's guilty. Don't mean he's not guilty. What was you doing on that island? If I see a motherfucker and I know that the nigga trapped, and I know that they selling crack out of that house, and I see you come out the house, I'm gonna assume you bought crack. If I see you coming out the dispensary, I'm gonna assume you bought weed. Now they got some stores that they just sell nothing but liquor. They don't sell nothing else but liquor. It's the liquor store for real. They ain't gonna sell nothing else. So if I see you coming out that liquor store and all they sell is liquor, I assume you bought liquor. Nah, if you went to Epstein Island and he's selling underage youth, because I don't know what was going. Now they saying it was girls. They saying it was girls. They saying it was girls. So I don't know if it was just was it some girls, and I don't know. You see? What you gonna get, Mike? What was on the menu, Mike? What was on the menu, Chris? Get your ass out here, Chris Tucker. We want to know, nigga, what you was doing on Epstein Island, nigga, because this is what he's selling over there, man. And you gonna go and tell us, nigga, you was over there just having my ties and what else is he's offering over there? I would like to know. Is it a resort? He got resorts over there? I don't know. Yeah, I haven't heard nothing but I mean shit, you know, this is a wicked business. You got all these, you got these weak motherfuckers over there. So, I believe it's a lot more to be unpackaged. You see, it's a lot more to be unpackaged. I know it to be true. That this is just, and so that make me pull my I'm gonna go get that Michael Jackson and I'm gonna run it again. I'm gonna run it again. I'm gonna run it again. You see, for the people to see it, and so that they can see that I was already touching on it. And not to say it, but from the occult perspective, because Mike and on one of them album covers, because Michael Jackson is very occult. He's an occultist for real. He is. He's not. This is not, a figure of speech. He's an occultist, and so on a lot of his album covers, he have a lot of occult shit. That's just like that one Blood on the Dance Floor, and he had the checkerboard floor showing that Masonic shit. You know what I'm saying? And then on that other one, I believe it was Dangerous. Yeah, that Dangerous album. That motherfucker was hell of a, you know what I'm saying? Hell of a occult. You know what I'm saying? Hell of a cult, the whole album cover. You see? And, and then they show Michael Jackson when he was young, you know what I'm saying, throwing up the OK sign. Yeah, he was young throwing up the OK sign. He is so when you see that mask, and then you see R. Kelly start wearing that shit too, the Pied Piper, and then he had that mask on. And see, you have to understand the root of the masquerade. You know what I'm saying? He's always talking about he's the Pied Piper. And the Pied Piper was known for leading the youth away from their mothers and fathers, that he had come into that town and he played the music that led the children out of town. He kidnapped their children. He literally kidnapped. I don't even know if they ever came back. You see? Yep, Thriller 2. Thriller 2. That was a cult. So he was a bigger cultist, and I believe Dick Gregory kind of mentioned that. You know, he said that Michael Jackson had a lot of books and shit on the cultism. He said that he knew some things about the culture. I don't know in what capacity that, you know, yeah. But he's a wicked, he's some wicked motherfuckers. And so, if that's what Epstein and that motherfucker, and I don't believe he took his life. They offed his ass because he had so much information that if it would have ever went to court and that motherfucker was in there, ain't no telling what would have came out in court. So they offed his ass up in there. Yeah, they offed his ass up in there. But that's what, yeah, that's what you talking about. Dick Gregory, Pan African man. Let me. You gonna have to put Greg if you're gonna have to. You have to put Gregory in there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? If you talk Pan African maniac, who you talking about? Dick Gregory? Okay. You know what? I'm gonna say this about Dick Gregory, and motherfuckers can say what they, yeah, put Greg. Yeah, but I understood. You know, I'm gonna tell you something, man, and I'm gonna just leave this here. And I know it's up on the internet. Yeah, Gregory, he like cooning for them Cro-Magnon Neanderthal. He do. When they come out, he make a joke, but boy, he sure put his head down to get a pat. He do get a pat from them Cro-Magnon Neanderthals, man, he do. And then he'll come over and play that role with us, and then go right amongst white people and sure put his head down to get that goddamn pat. You understand what I'm saying? I seen it for myself, and that shit made me so goddamn mad. I'm like, nigga, like what the fuck is you doing that for? He good. I mean, he one of the motherfuckers that really play both sides. Some people, yeah, but he played both sides like a motherfucker. Yeah, he'll say some shit. He got the gift of speech and gab, and he know how to command that, our language, that street language. You know what I'm saying? He gotta, and so he can tell stories. He can do that. And so, yeah, in that aspect, he'll touch you. And then see, most people not gonna go over there and see when he talk to white. And then you will hear him say something, and you will say, you know what? That, yeah, I can agree with that. And then turn right around and see Dick Gregory over there tap dancing for them crackers. I say, you know what? When I seen that, it kind of made me like, man, I was really mad at that shit. Like, nigga, man, I didn't know you was like that, nigga. You know what I'm saying? You really over here smiling and beguiling with these Cro-Magnon Neanderthals? So you no, he's not on my list that I would call up. Because if anybody come behind and say and go see him with these white people, they're gonna say, "Seti, why did you tell us, advise us to heed this man?" You know? Why would you yeah, he be saying some crazy shit, man. Yeah, he's not on he's entertainment, and once you understand what he's entertainment, he's a plant just like you said. He's entertainment. He's there to take you somewhere that you don't wanna go. You listen to the nigga and that's why you got to be critical of everything that enters your mind. Don't give listen to me, family. Take it from the general. Hear me when I tell you this. I don't give a fuck who it is. I don't give a fuck if it's me. I don't give a goddamn if it's Dr. Ben, Dr. Clark. I don't care if it's Khalid Abdul Mohammed. Analyze all information that go into your head. Analyze it, dissect it, and prove to yourself whether what the teachers is teaching is real or not. And they're gonna give you the majority of the steps that you can follow to get to that answer. You see, is there research. And see, that's what the teachers want you to do. So that you know that you're critical, that you're being critical, not disrespectfully, but your mind is the most valuable gem in the universe. Your mind. And you got to guard that. And you got to guard it with all defense systems. And so, you anything that you hear out there, don't just attach yourself to it. It sounds good. And if it's true, but that don't mean because you hear some truth out of a person that they're truth, okay? Just because you hear a truth don't mean that they're truthful, because a lot of people use truth as a means to trick, you see, and to fool people. To get them to play on they ego, and play to that, wanting to be entertained, and if you do that and you fall for that, you could be pulled into the well. So just do your research, and just like, a brother asked me about him, and I gave you now go look and see for yourself, and see him dancing, and then when you see that, see how you feel about it. What do your spirit say about that? How do you feel about it? I know it fucked me up. You know what I'm saying? I know it fucked me up, and I cut his ass off. I don't and so when he say something now, when I hear him say so and so, I say, "Well, damn, nigga, why you over there? How could you feel like that?" 'Cause you'll hear him say something about you'll say something about some crackers, like, "Yeah," and then go right on over there and smile all in their face. So, family, we exposing, we for the sake of I want the babies to come and have a platform where they could hear somebody drop real truth on 'em. I don't wanna just I don't when you listen to all this shit that's going on, when you get over here, this is where the bullshit stop. When they get over here to Sadie's page, this is where the bullshit stop. You gonna get it like it's supposed to be given. You understand? When you come away from here, you gonna be ready to go do some research and prove it. You understand to yourself that you know what Sadie said, that shit is real. It's logical. Okay? It's logical for real, especially our people in the predicament that we in. And we need to straighten up. And black manhood need to straighten up. Need to straighten up. And the first thing is cleaning up the image of black manhood, which means you gonna have to smash down on this bitch shit. You gonna have to smash down on, okay? Now, brother put up there early, the one of the first, he's left a message. He said, "Elephants don't swat flies." What's that brother name? Let me get him all the way up here. What's that brother name? Right there. R&B God. You right. Elephants don't swat flies. They crush them motherfuckers. They stomp them. They don't swat flies. They stomp them. That's what elephants do. You see what I'm saying? And so, yeah, I had to, I had to put that in there so family could understand. Yeah, you don't swat flies. You stomp them. That's what you do. And that's what the general over here gonna always do. This is General said, he said, "Hey, here's some of them links. Support the general. Arm yourself with knowledge." I was gonna do Young Thug. I'm gonna do him tomorrow. This shit had got, and I'm gonna still touch on that because I got a lesson. This is not no entertainment. Don't give a fuck about the entertainment. Looking at the situation the whole crew is in and the predicament of how they squeezing these niggas to tell on each other. They in a fucked up predicament because the situation is fucked up. And so it's a lesson there to be taught for the brotherhood, for the family, so that that we don't end up in these situations like this. And so tomorrow we'll be on Young Thugger. And so family, I appreciate y'all coming out tonight. Patreon, go join up. OMAC Voyages of the Now going down tomorrow. Don't you dare miss. Arm yourself with knowledge. Bang on that wicked ass beast daily. Liberation through African education and confrontation. Black power.